watching Fox 13's Good Day in high definition.
Welcome back, everybody. The real estate market's taking another hit. Home prices take another drop nationwide. New Standard & Poor's Case-Shiller Home Price Index just came out this week. Fell another 1% from October to November. And it all but one city showed a decline. In fact, 8 cities sank to their lowest levels in 4 years. And yes, that includes Tampa. We saw a 1% drop from September to October, a 1.8% drop from October to November, and a 4% drop for the year. Oof. So what do all these numbers mean? Real estate expert Stuart Venner joins us today to help us sort it all out. He's with Wilshire Holding Group and RealtyCrisis.com. Good to see you as always. You always shed some light on something like this. You and I talked about this a little bit, and you said this isn't necessarily a totally bad thing, is it?
No, it isn't. I mean, now people can buy their first home. We were at the situation a few years ago where I was worried, how would my children, how would our grandchildren, how would they ever be able to buy their first home? And today prices are affordable, and you can buy a home that you can afford to live in.
As I mentioned to you, I was talking to somebody this morning, a friend of mine, who is buying a second home. I mean, he and his son are buying it, and the son's going to take it and run it and manage it, either rent it out or sell it. I mean, do you feel like things may be bottoming out, or do you think that things are getting better? Talk to me about what you see.
I think we're getting very close to the bottom. I mean, it may even drop a little more, but it doesn't matter. The home that you're buying is a long-term investment. Even if you're buying a rental property, you buy it for the long term. The days of buying the house, flipping it in a year, those are gone.
Yeah.
That's no more. But you need to buy something for the long range, and you buy what you can afford today. You don't need the mansion if you can't afford the mansion. If you can, great.
Yeah.
But buy what you can afford and then save and build up and move on up in life.
Do you think, given what you've watched happen over the last few years, that we do have a different attitude about what we do and how we buy in the real estate market?
I believe that's true.
We're forced into it, weren't we?
Yes, I believe that's true. And I think a lot of people right now are beginning to realize that they can get what their house is worth. We were talking about that during the commercial, and people today that maybe bought a house for $150,000 and then it became worth $300,000 and now it's worth $160,000. They didn't lose any money. I mean, they lost money that they thought they had.
In their minds.
In their minds,
In their
yes.
minds they lost money.
Yes, but they never really had that money. If they'd have sold it, they would have had it, but they never had it.
And something else you said, you don't really lose it. Well, you did say, you really don't lose it until you sell it. So if you can afford, you can make your payments, you can stay there, you can live there, this will turn around, you believe.
Of course it'll turn around, but it's going to rise like the loaf of bread, 2-3% a year. It's not going to go up 25-30% a year, and that's good. You don't save the present and sacrifice the future. And by saving the people that are in the mess today completely, bailing them out, you're sacrificing the future generation.
Right.
Just like the government.
Yeah, we're going to have to go, but look into Stuart's 2011 crystal ball for real estate market. What do you see?
I say buy. Buy what you can afford to buy, and it's like Microsoft. If you bought it at $1 or $5, what difference did it make? Buy what you can afford today. Prices are good, interest is good, and it's good to get into the market.
Always great to see you.
Thank you, Russ.
Stuart Venner,
Pleasure.
thank you. Appreciate it. Good advice. All right, after the break, we have a final